What's up, Saiyan Army, and welcome to the video. As you guys saw in the title, today's day 1 of my new training split. Now, if you guys want day 2, I'll film it, record it, work out everything, and edit it for you guys tomorrow. And if you guys want that, give this video a like at about, let's say 1,500 likes, and I'll do that tomorrow. So smash that like button. Anyways, for the past like 6 or 7 years, I've always been doing like a 5 or 6 day split. I've been running push-pull legs for a really long time, and I thought it was about time to change it up, you know? Understand there's no such thing as muscle confusion. Your body gets used to set rep ranges and weights. So that's why you're always trying to get stronger and increase volume, right? So what we're doing in this program is, this is my first time running a full body split. Now, the reason why I didn't really like doing full body splits before was because, you know, I felt like you couldn't get the greatest pump, you know, like there's nothing more sick than an arm pump, just arm day, you know, just a full arm pump. But, you know, I'm really enjoying this full body pump that I'm getting. So what we're doing now is 5 sets, 5 reps, 5x5 on the incline dumbbell bench press. As you guys saw in yesterday's video, I did 100 pounds for 5x5. Today we're doing 105s. And to be totally honest, it felt horrible. My shoulder is just inching its way to getting fully healed. It's just the slowest process ever, but at least it's making progress, you know. But whenever I bench, I kind of feel like it's the weak link in my chain, you know, like the chain is only going to be as strong as its weakest link, and I feel like my shoulder is definitely that weak link. But, you know, we're just going to keep pushing it. Next week I'll try 110s, the week after that 115s, and, you know, we'll get back up to them 120s again, and then just back to barbell bench, because once the 120s are too light, unless I start going to a gym with heavier dumbbells, then yeah, that's how it goes. So here we're doing Bulgarian split squats. Now, this is my first time actually doing them heavy with dumbbells. We're doing 5x5 for this as well. I'm just keeping it light, just trying to find my rhythm and find like my form. As you guys know, before I used to do them with the barbell all the time, and barbell felt great, but, you know, to be honest, it's a lot harder to set it up at this gym just because the benches are so much farther from the squat racks and whatnot. So I'm just gonna do it with the dumbbells for now, and it felt totally different. Like, because you're holding the weights lower, it really loads up your hamstrings and glutes a little bit more. I do feel like my obliques and core working a lot more because I have to stabilize it and everything. And also just, you know, just focus on the balance and everything. So looking at my form at this video, something I would change is I would maybe come out maybe like an inch more. As you guys can see, I like to set up close. And reason being is, when I set out too far, yes, it does isolate your quad a little bit more, but I notice I get some knee pains when I, you know, step too far in front. So I like to keep it nice and close. Also, I like to use squat shoes when I do Bulgarian split squats. That also helps with the knee pain as well. And it's just like an overall great movement. For any of you guys with any type of muscle imbalances, then, you know, unilateral exercises are definitely the way to go, especially unilateral compound exercises. So here, we're finally starting to do mini spirit bomb. These are like Krillin DESTRUCTO disc kind of thing, I call them. But yeah, these are just single arm dumbbell shoulder presses. And basically we just have 40 pounds. We're just doing sets of 10 and just keeping it extremely light. I think before I was doing maybe close to 55s, maybe 65s at the heaviest back when I was in New York. But, you know, we're just slowly working our way up again. Overhead presses are really the one that kind of annoys my shoulders, but, you know, it's all good. So try these out. Definitely doing them standing works your core a lot more, especially your obliques and whatnot, because you have to stabilize. Typically, if I'm going real heavy, I'll set up a bench to help stabilize in front of me, and that will also help stabilize a little bit more. Use a little bit less core, but you're able to do a little bit more weight, so it's a trade-off, you know? So the reasons why I didn't really do full body workouts before, or even just upper lower splits, I wasn't a huge fan of them, is because of the pump factor. Now, when I did run an upper lower split, it was real similar to my Saiyan Strength and Aesthetics program, except it was upper lower. And the reason I didn't like that was I'd spend like, you know, an hour just working on my compound lifts, and then I would spend, you know, like another hour just doing all my accessory work and whatnot. And I felt like I couldn't really get a good pump on the accessory work because I was only doing like 1 or 2 sets of everything. And that's what this program is. Basically, I'm doing 1 to 2 sets of everything. So basically I'm hitting everything about 3 days a week, some things a little bit more, maybe 4 or 5 days a week. But yeah, everything's getting work. So in this particular workout, what we're hitting is chest, shoulders, quads, and triceps. And yeah, those are the 4 main muscle groups that we're looking to hit. And we're doing about 2 sets for everything. So my 2 chest movements that I chose for this workout is gonna be the incline bench press and these chest flies that you're seeing here. These chest flies, we're doing 4 sets of 16 reps, just pumping it up. And these burn like a mother. I'm a huge fan of high rep chest flies, especially with the cable, as just controlling the eccentric and concentric phase. You just get a crazy like pump and just, yeah, it just feels amazing. So for my shoulders, the 2 exercises that I picked are gonna be the DESTRUCTO DISK, the single arm dumbbell presses, as well as your cable lateral raises. For your quads, we're doing the Bulgarian split squats, and we're gonna do leg extensions, as you guys are gonna see here. And for triceps, we're doing these dips. And as you guys know, dips hit everything. They hit a little bit of your shoulders, your chest, your triceps. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to grip a little bit in the back of it, just try to isolate the triceps a little bit more, but it works your chest regardless. As you guys can see from that angle, my chest is contracting. So basically we superset that. We did 4 sets of 10. I think I just did it with 225 pounds. And then we superset that with leg extensions. And leg extensions, we kept the reps high, 15 reps. For me personally, I don't like low reps on the leg extensions. I think it's a great way to snap your knees up or whatnot. So I'll go as low as 10 reps and anywhere as high as 20 reps. And to be honest, I really don't like this leg extension machine. I'll show you guys a new leg extension movement that I've been doing lately that's like 100 times better than this machine. And the reason I don't like this machine is I feel like the tension is loaded more at the top than it is at the bottom. You figured because you're like in this little rocking chair that the tension would be even throughout, but it just doesn't feel that way. It feels like as you lean all the way back, then you hit the peak contraction at the top, where I'd want it, the peak contraction throughout the whole lift, or a similar resistance throughout the whole thing. So that's just my personal opinion. These dips though are my favorite. If I could bring machines home, to my hyperbolic time chamber, the machines that I would bring would be a cable machine, so a cable crossover machine. Reason being is I can do my cable crossovers and I could do all my triceps, like cable triceps I love, especially like rope tricep push downs, rope overhead extensions. Those are my 2 favorites. Even like V-bar push downs, heavy V-bars, when they have the good V-bar, which is that smaller one. A lot of gyms, like this gym has like that stupid, there's like a real long V-bar and I hate it. Even if you like choke up on it, it just doesn't feel the same as that smaller type V-bar. So following that, we're doing cable lateral raises. As you guys know, between the leg lateral raises, I showed you guys this a million times, my favorite accessory work. Second to, back in New York, I had this weird like pin loaded lateral raise machine. That was the GOAT. I would also bring that back. That's definitely one of my favorites. But like, to be honest, that gym in New York was the only gym I've ever seen that ever at. I've seen other versions of that machine, but not that same machine. So if you guys are curious what it is, just watch any of my chest workouts back in New York. Any of the ones right before I left. Like I think they picked up that machine maybe like 6 months before I left. Anyways, I'm rambling. So superset that with tricep pushdowns and tricep extensions. So for the tricep pushdowns and extensions with the rope or overhead extensions, I only did sets of 10. Reason being is because that would make 3 tricep exercises all together. But I just like that superset. I like always hitting the long head of the tricep and isolating it with the overhead extensions. I kept it real light. I only had like 50 pounds on it, but so I just got a good pump. The goal with starting this program is to gauge my volume and have a bad habit of thinking that I can handle all this volume and then I end up burning myself out. So I'm just trying to slowly work into this program. For any of you guys that are novice to intermediate type lifters, what I'd advise is keep your heavy compounds the same. So hit your 5x5s and whatnot. All this accessory work, drop it by a set or 2. And as you acclimate to the program, for me, I'm an advanced lifter, so I'm gonna need more volume to grow than you will. So even for me, like I'm trying to just keep my volume low, just kind of easing my way into the program. I just wrote this like last week, but it's kind of just like a rough draft kind of thing. And I'm just gonna kind of gauge the volume, add sets and subtract sets as I need to, and just feel it out. But I'll take you guys through the journey, and yeah, we're gonna have a great time. So leave it a like if you guys want day 2 tomorrow, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Much love, strength and honor, aloha.